Well, here we go again. MAGA Republican leaders in the Senate and the House of Representatives are just other Donald Trump surrogates parading themselves on TV or in live events, making absolute fools of themselves, defending and praising, and as one person puts it, worshiping a convicted felon. The behavior is so unhinged. The first clip I want to show you is MAGA Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. In this clip, Lindsey Graham says on day one, Donald Trump will deport people who are here legally in the tens of thousands. Play this clip.
People leaving. On day one, President Trump will deport people here legally by the tens of thousands. Then and only then will this stop, and Biden will never do that.
Yes, the MAGA Republicans are endorsing mass deportation on day one. They're just going to round people up. And as Senator Graham said, by the way, even if he's misspeaking, obviously, but regardless, could you imagine the carnage that would just be caused day one roundups? But Lindsey Graham can't even keep it straight in his mind. And he says the roundups will take place and the deportation system will begin on day one with those here legally. Then you got MAGA Republican James Comer, who of course we just learned has his own side hustles and side deals with China, importing illegal Chinese like marijuana, cannabis back when he was the agriculture commissioner of Kentucky, and he then tried to like conceal it, everything, and then he wants to attack others for doing business with China, whatever. Here's MAGA Republican though, James Comer, again saying, well, you just gotta wait for it, Maria Bartiromo, just you wait. We're just getting started going after President Biden. We're just getting started. Here, play this clip.
That's fair enough, but you sent criminal referrals for Hunter Biden and James Biden over perjury for lying to Congress. Where are the criminal referrals if that's all true? Where are the criminal referrals for FARA, for money laundering, for corruption, for influence peddling? Where are these?
Yeah. Well, we're just beginning, Maria, and a lot of those crimes that the Bidens have committed, the statute of limitations has run out. That was one of the complaints that the IRS whistleblower said when we had him testify in our committee. But we're going to deal with those, and we're going to deal with Joe Biden. Remember.
Then you have MAGA Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville just putting forward Vladimir Putin's talking points and attacking the United States of America. Look, Putin had to do what he had to do, Tuberville says, in order to protect against the United States of America. Alabama, you're not sending your best. Here's Tuberville.
He doesn't want Ukraine. He doesn't want Europe. Hell, he's got enough land of his own. He just wants to make sure that he does not have United States weapons in Ukraine pointing at Moscow.
Back to MAGA Republican Congress member James Comer, who goes, I think that we're gonna go after Biden for money laundering. Well, just you wait. Here, play this clip.
Are you saying that we could expect a criminal referral against Joe Biden for money laundering? Is that what you just said?
Well, I think that it's no secret Joe Biden's committed many crimes, and I think that you're going to see a report very soon. That report is imminent. That'll probably be an interim report that updates everyone on the crimes that Biden and his administration have committed throughout this investigation and through the years of the Obama-Biden administration.
Well, you have subpoena power. Why not subpoena these people as well? Put them in the hot seat.
Well, We've subpoenaed all the associates. The only person we haven't talked to is Joe Biden. As you know, it's hard to subpoena a sitting president, or the Democrats would have done that to Donald Trump. But I think that what we've done in all of our depositions and interviews has been very substantive, and it's going to be very useful in accountability.
Mr. Chair.
By the way, doesn't he look just so unwell now with each passing interview and each passing video? Incredible. Democratic Congressman Jared Moskowitz is so in that guy's head. It's unbelievable. You're a Smurf, Moskowitz. Moskowitz has the better of him and just has utterly just destroyed that guy's reputation. Well deserved, and great work, Moskowitz. Then you have the MAGA Republican Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, who are just the worst and just lie after lie, and just easy to prove lies. So then she goes on Fox and she goes, look, she goes, that jury in New York, the Manhattan, it was rigged. And it was rigged because there was jury shopping taking place. She goes that the jury was shopped to get a conviction of Donald Trump. Just watch what she says, and then why don't we take a look at the actual juror questions, and why don't we just talk a little bit about the jury process? And again, here's the thing. If you want to have an intellectually honest discussion, that's fine. But like, this crap is just, it's so unfortunate, would be putting it lightly, that Fox exists to promote this type of filth and crap and defamation and knowingly false stuff. Here, play this clip.
Elise Stefanik, I want to move quickly to another subject, this Stalinist Star Chamber that took place in Manhattan. You're a New Yorker. And I believe you filed an ethics complaint against this acting state judge, did you not?
I did. I filed multiple ethics complaints. This is shredding our democracy. The mainstream media and Democrats accuse the right, but it's really Democrats who are attacking our democracy. When you take the judge in the New York case, this was a zombie case taken up by Alvin Bragg, a corrupt, radical Democrat prosecutor who is releasing violent criminals on the streets, which is why we have a crime crisis in New York. And you have a judge who donated to Joe Biden and whose family members are profiting to the tunes of tens of millions of dollars, raising money for Democrats like Adam Schiff and Joe Biden because of this trial. So this is a political witch hunt. They jury shopped as well, asking jury members whether they followed Donald Trump on social media. They didn't ask that if they followed Joe Biden. And the American people know that this was rigged from the start, and it is an affront to us. President Trump.
And she does it with that kind of like smirk, and she knows she's lying. She has fun lying and deceiving and causing the case. She gets a thrill of that. Same thing with James Comer. Same things with Tommy Tuberville and these other. They know better, and they enjoy doing that stuff. They love injecting disinfo. Take a look at just some of the questions from the jury questionnaire. Have you, a relative or a close friend, ever worked or volunteered for any anti-Trump group or organization? So the jurors had to disclose any anti-Trump biases from the outset. There are numerous other questions like that. Have you ever attended a rally or campaign event for any anti-Trump group or organization? Are you signed up for, or have you ever been signed up for, subscribed to, or followed any newsletter or email listserv run by or on behalf of any anti-Trump group or organization? Do you currently follow any anti-Trump group or organization on any social media site, or have you done so in the past? So the jury first had to answer those written, it's called voir dire, to speak the truth. The jury gets that question first, the prospective jurors. They have to answer those questions. And then after they answer, all of the lawyers, Trump's lawyers and the prosecutors, get to question all of the individual jurors on anything they want to do to try to suss out if there's any anti-Trump bias. They can ask any questions, and they have a number of, they could get rid of people for cause, and that's unlimited, or they could exercise, Trump's lawyers could what's called peremptory challenges, and remove prospective jurors who they just don't like, who they think maybe are not being forthcoming. The prosecutors have peremptory challenges as well. It's a very fair process. And also, wasn't Elise Stefanik and all these MAGA Republicans also saying that Donald Trump's going to turn New York red? He's going to flip a blue state red. And weren't they telling us about all of these big crowds that wanted to be there at the courthouse and all of the support Trump has in New York? So by your own logic, wouldn't New York be a red state according to you? And wouldn't you expect that it actually would be biased in favor of Donald Trump under your warped logic? But look, nothing is consistent with them. It's all lies. By the way, then over the weekend, we had Rudy Giuliani giving a speech at this event called Awakening, and it's a weirdo event, really unhinged. And then Rudy Giuliani calls Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis a hoe at this event. That's the rhetoric that always has, but that's the rhetoric that's taken over the Republican Party. Play this clip.
Then I've got two prosecutors, Fanny the hoe, I'm sorry. Phony? What is phony? Now, F-A-N-I is not phony, and I'm not calling her phony. I could drop the whole part if she just quit and go away. But to me, you spell your name F-A-N-I, you're Fanny. You're not phony.
I mean, you have Rudy Giuliani, who's on tape in a Borat movie, pulling down his pants, believing he's with an underage girl. Okay, that's Rudy Giuliani. And obviously there's much more there, but let's just say that. And then Rudy Giuliani has the audacity to say that because the whole thing's propped up by misogyny, and you get it. Then you had Donald Trump, just so you see like who they're defending. Donald Trump over the weekend again was like waving to nobody, right? He does that thing where he waves and there's nobody there. So this was Donald Trump leaving that disastrous Vegas event, waving to nobody once again. Play this clip. And I say once again because Trump did that at Trump Tower also. Following the criminal trial, he just waves to nobody, and then they edit it like he's waving to a crowd. And that's why it's important that we call out that behavior. Here's another example.
See you later.
And here's a few weeks back, Donald Trump did the same thing at a NASCAR event in Charlotte. He waved to the stadium. They weren't waving back. They were watching the race. But he wants to act like, look at that big crowd, I'm waving to them. Play the clip. Then you have the planner of Trump's Project 2025 calling for the repealing of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. Play the clip.
I think as well. I think this video has made me rethink the 19th Amendment, but let's keep it going. No actual American girl that grew up in a, traditional, normal American family wants a guy that goes to the women's march. I don't even care if they're liberal.
You then have Michael McDonald, the chair of the Nevada Republican Party, admitting that people are there at the Trump rally to worship Donald Trump. That's what they say. They're there to worship him. Play the clip.
What more can be said than thank God we're here in Sunset Park to worship and bring back the greatest president we've ever known in our generation.
And here is the MAGA Republican governor, Kristi Noem. And here she is saying she's not sure whether or not, she's talking about everything's rigged. So she's like, this is rigged, the election, the judicial system. Here, play this clip.
That's what New York was. In New York, that was definitely a rigged election or a rigged judicial process against the president, politically motivated.
Well, there you have it, folks. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers together. Just wanted to share with you what was going down this weekend. MAGA Republicans, just disaster. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million together. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.